I never quite realized how burdened I was until I met you. The threat of the Shadow Curse, the politics of the Grove. I was forgetting who I was. But you lifted the fog. Thank you. You're too modest. I wager you don't even know how extraordinary you truly are. But I do. I have lived a very long time. I have taken many lovers. My heart does not stir lightly. But it does now. I want more than to fight at your side, or sit around the campfire with you. I want to lay with you under the stars and feel your skin against mine. I think you feel the same way. Why else would you have been so concerned about whether I had a lover before? But tell me I'm wrong, and the matter can rest. I do not wish to sour our friendship, but I have to know if it can be something more. You have bonded with Gale, body and soul. His scent lingers on your skin. If there is to be anything between us, it must be with his consent. And perhaps someday, his participation. Some treat their relationships like a walled garden. Tidy, tamed, cut off from the world. That is their right, but it is not for me. I do as nature does, and let my heart run wild. Desire flourishes wherever it finds purchase. It has its place, but it is not for me. The wolf mates for life, but the bear roams free and partners as its instinct dictates. I need to stay true to my nature, and you to yours. Perhaps you are like me, or perhaps not. Take your time. I'll be waiting.
Come for a chat?
Anything I can do for you, consider it most enthusiastically done. What, like a child? I'm not sure I consider myself father material. Plus, our current lifestyle isn't exactly what I'd call settled. Share? You're not a loaf of bread to be divvied up at supper time. I thought what we had meant something to you. Call me selfish or old-fashioned, but I cannot agree to that. Either we dedicate ourselves to one another, or this ends here. Very well. Let's not speak of this again. Given my condition, I'm not sure it's wise for me to invite undue stress upon myself. Anything I can do for you, consider it most enthusiastically done. There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure. No matter. After all, a bond like ours hardly needs words to express it. What else is troubling you?
Did you find time to speak with your partner? A potentially delicate topic, I understand. I cannot blame them. It is understandable why someone would want to keep you all to themselves. Even if it is not my way. I understand. And I still cherish our relationship. Still, I could not have forgiven myself had I not taken the plunge. Better to have tried and failed. In either case, I will remain by your side for whatever you need of me. Until the very end.
I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men puff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks. We could. It would just be a very short one. We cannot expect either of the Chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all three stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of. It would be irritatingly true to form, would it not? A Harper learns to doubt, to peer through every smile, question every look. Eventually, you find what it is you fear, whether it is there or not. When we cannot know, we can only trust. But then, that is exactly what a traitor in our midst would say. Isn't it? There might be, but it's not a path I tread until we must. Let it wait until the city proper. Perhaps I'll have had a better idea by then. Ask it. I've learned not to unpick the legends so many have woven around our name. Seeing the hope die in a romantic's eyes, it is only funny the first few dozen times. Some call the Harpers heroes. Others, petty meddlers who cannot help but stick their nose into every conflict they stumble across. The truth is in there somewhere. We try to work towards a common balance. If every other faction finds us equally annoying, that is probably a sign that we are succeeding. Ha! No. No, thank you. Let the wiser members of my order wrinkle their brows over that particular phrase. In all my years fighting for the Harpers, I am still never certain what the greater good means. I've learned to be content with, well, that was not so bad as it might have been. I will not bore you with a long tale. The short. I was born to a high family in Tedir. I remember little except that when my family fell, they fell far and fast. I learned young what fear and hunger make desperate people do. I learned to do some of it myself even. Until a roving circle of hedge druids found me. They raised me in the wild. But when it became clear I was perhaps not suited to a life of idle reflection, I was sent to the Harpers. To do. They showed me how to fight with sword, as well as spell, and gave me ample causes to wield them for. If I was not always the truest believer in every cause, well, I fell in love with someone who was. And that is almost the same thing. No, not really. You might say that. I left their service and swore never to return. Multiple times, if I recall. It is easy to get tired of the intrigue. The high causes shrouded in secrecy. I thought I might find another way to be of use to the world. And for a time I did. But my comrades would use a rather irritating phrase. A harper never leaves the chorus. She simply goes to spread the song. Meaning that whatever cause I turned my hand to, there I would find them. Harpers, stuffed with their own virtue, but always there. Always trying to help. So I returned to the fold. Returned to the city. Eventually they hung a title around my neck. High Harper. And I still do not know how to play one. If I wanted to spare Geraldus the same headaches, well, you now know why I needed him to be sure this is the life he wants. But you're staring. Which means the tadpole has finally eaten your brain. Or have I been talking too much? Either way, time to move, no? You speak of a battle more than a century past. Baal's minions led us through a maze in the Undercity, older than Baldur's Gate itself. We paid little mind to the path ahead, let alone how we might return, or that we would return at all. Still, the Undercity shifts. We might search down there. Or better yet, find a ballast to lead us.
Caress is caress.
How's the orb treating you, Gale?
Oh, quite well, as a matter of fact. Since it was stabilized, it's been humming along nicely. I have noticed one adverse side effect. I seem to be losing hair in some unexpected places.
I can only imagine.
Why does Bronze Crossing have so few lodgings? We need at least a double bed.
How about the flop house? It has plenty of spare beds.
Great. We can bunk with 10 other people and pray none of them have sticky fingers.
Seen sense yet? Raphael's still waiting. He can still help you get through this.
Was that human boy insisting on paying his version of I am?
I got it. I got it. And thanks.
Of course. Said you.
I'm not doing anything. I mean, good day to you.
If you are in need of some pleasurable assistance, might I direct you to Chares's Caress? I only deal with referrals.
This is safe to take. You're absolutely sure?
My goodness. Every substance has been tried and tested by yours truly.
What? What?
Look, Chares's Caress isn't just about wetting your whistle. It's dancing.
Devil's Den.
Exactly. Pleasure.
Devil's Den.
It's a state.
My favorite future clients. Are you ready to accept my kind offer?
Are you sure about this?
Excellent, excellent. You'll find everything is in order. And this agreement will bring us both what we want. You'll save the world. I'll unite the Hells. And the Illithids will be eradicated. A pleasure doing business with you. Before the end comes, you'll find yourself in his presence again. When that happens, use the hammer to shatter the chains that hold him. Be sure to keep the hammer safe until then. Your survival depends on it. And our deal depends on your contract. I'll keep it safe for you in my House of Hope. Everything that ends badly. You just bought a chance to ward off the ending for a little longer. Now, I have business elsewhere. But rest assured, we'll talk again.
That was reckless. In a devil's hands, the crown could be as dangerous as any artifact in existence. We need to nullify the terms of that deal. To do that, we'll need to find a Diabolist willing to open a back door to the Hells, sneak into Raphael's home, and destroy the contract. Simple.
Destiny waits in the wings. Find the brain, destroy it, and seize that crown.
In here I thought you had half a brain. How wrong I was. You signed a deal with Raphael. What were you thinking? Because why would the devil ever lie to you? What if you change your mind about giving him the crown? What if you decide that giving Raphael dominion over the Hells is a bad idea? And anyway, do you really expect him to keep his word? You think he'll stay far away from you forevermore, or will he come knocking again and again and again? As long as he has that contract, he owns you. I won't allow that. We're getting that contract back. You heard him, right? It's in his God's awful House of Hope. We need to find a way in. I swore I'd never return to the Hells. But for your soul, I'll make an exception. Just this once. We need to find a Diabolist. If we can find one worth their salt, they should be able to get us into that devil's lair. I'm getting in, getting your contract, and then I'm never setting foot in the Hells again.
Such a prude. Caress isn't just about wetting your whistle. There's dancing, dinner, drinks.
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical, it's a state of mind.
Oh, honey.
It doesn't make any sense.
It will when you've met the drought.
What I love, honey. I love... Why is everyone acting so normal? The Absolute armies are coming. We need to stock up.
They told me the armor was a ball.
One of them in a fight. A good armor is hard to find. They crush everyone. Maybe I could wear it to garnish.
I'm with you then.
can't believe you signed that contract. We'll discuss this later. Whatever you need, you only have to ask. There's nothing that would give me greater pleasure. No matter. After all, a bond like ours hardly needs words to express it. What else is troubling you?
I don't care what he's offering. I wouldn't have been so quick to sign with the devil. Then again, it's not my name on the page, so what should I care?
What's on your mind?
My herd are dairy goats. I bet they're going to slaughter them, the poor things.
Ongoing emergency. You must agree, this is ludicrous. How are we meant to survive without our livelihoods?
My husband's still in the outer city with the...
A full inventory of any and all livestock before entering Baldur's Gate.
Never should have come here. We should have kept going and taken our chances with the absolute...
Are they gonna pay us for the animals they take?
Any complaints will be handled after you turn your animals over to the care.
Lord Gortash promises us working folk the world, then does things like this. I should have known, or so.
Never should have come here. We should have kept going and taken our chances with the absolute...
By order of Lord Gortash, all livestock...
I should have set my girls free before coming here. I know they're just goats, but I love them like family.
Will result in imprisonment and, if necessary, more severe punishment.
Don't distract me. It's all I can do to stay balanced. Yes, I stole a purse from the evidence room. It was stupid, and I swore to Blaise Portier I'd never do it again. Ever. I have to stand on one leg until she believes me. That's not funny. If I fall, I have to start all over. Shh. I just have to last a little longer.
If you're here to report something, don't bother. The Fist don't give a damn.
That last mugger left a hell of a mark.
Still attached.
The thugs are getting bolder. My husband's been mugged twice this month, if you can believe it. You be safe out there. Can't trust a damn soul. We're too poor to leave, but too scared to stay. Like half the city.
I don't leave my house now without a blade. The hell is this city coming to?
We serve Lord Gortash and the city of Baldur's Gate.
Hey, good looking. Behave yourself, yeah? I'd hate to see someone as pretty as you in cuffs.
Kindly lower your voice, madam.
Mother looking for her?
Looking for... For who?
My daughter! How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me, why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. You stupid, useless Fist said she had a lead, but she must have been sucking Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said... she was... taken from a tavern?
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening? Don't you dare try to blame me. My daughter is gone.
Madam, do not raise your voice. Calm down. And tell me why you're here.
What is happening? I feel like I'm going mad. Of course. I haven't stopped. I tore that tavern apart. The rooms, every nook and cranny I could think of. She's gone. Her name is Vanra. She's 7 years old and has red hair, like me. We were in the Blushing Mermaid when she was taken. Just up by the docks. No, unless you count a couple of old drinking mates at the next table. But they'd be no help. They barely remember their own names. I was sober, though. I swear. I stop in the maid for a drink sometimes. But it was only a quick one. Of course. The front of house, Bosun Gannet was there, and the owner of the Blushing Mermaids, Captain Grizzly. Neither lifted a finger to help me look. It was awful. Thank you. I'll head home. Can't stand being around these idiots any longer. Come find me the moment you hear anything.
Commander Portier, acting Marshal of the Fist. If you have a crime to report, please wait outside. We're currently at capacity.
Your tools were stolen, right? No, you were mugged. Wait, I'm mixing you up with another citizen. I'm terribly sorry. I'll get back to you. I'm doing my utmost to get through these crime reports. I'll be with you as soon as I can.
About time. The Manip assured me a builder would come around 10 days ago, and hold it. You're not the builder. Which means I've got no use for you. Hooligans at the Mermaid have been using my shutters for target practice. And that's not the half of it. I've had to replace the same window 3 times now, not to mention the mess they've made of my front door. Now either you learn to fix my broken shutters, or you wag your tongue elsewhere. Curse those vandals at the Mermaid. I haven't had a wink of sleep for days.
If you have a problem, speak to one of the other Fist. A rabid warg organised this inventory, judging by the mess they've left me.
I like your look. You've seen battle, shed some blood. Could show these softies here how it's done.
You types don't care what goes. I don't leave my house now without a blade. The hell is this city coming to?
We're too poor to leave, but too scared to stay. Like half the city.
Mistra has a shrine within the city, located in the Storm Shore Tabernacle, if my memory serves me.
Do whatever you need to. But I shan't be paying my respects to any of the gods on show.
You never felt the call of the divine, Astaria?
Oh, I tried them all. None of them answered.
Very well.
Gods, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world. Yes, of course. Obviously. Sorry, did you want something?
I made it back. I'm here. Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
On the list. I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes. I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes.
These street trash need to watch their tone. I don't tolerate disrespect.
The citizen is unconscious and won't be waking up anytime soon.
If all these folks can just keep their shit together, maybe nobody else will get hurt. Maybe.
We know you will drive back the army of the absent and raise our city to its pinnacle. We stand and for you. Our lives are yours. Our enemies are forfeit. You two must submit to Lord Gortash if you are to be saved. When I think about the poor refugees starving in Rivington, I could just weep. I believe I'll drown my tears in another brandy. Brandy is the cure for most ills, I do believe.
What do I think of Lord Gortash still?
Vincent here is a wastrel and a scapegrace, but he does amuse me. Well, if you left, you must be back again. My, but how I amuse myself.
Hello, old friend. Oh, so I assume. I used to know everybody around town. Now I'm a new man. A worried man, a playwright who lost the will to write. Now I worry no more. Can't write a word? What does it matter?
You talk about the honor of your order, but what about my honor? I made a deal.
Stug, if you want to join the Vigilant Knights, you have to quit beating people up.
My sister Gerva has talked me into joining her Holy Helm Order, but I got a job to finish first.
Breaking the knees of debtors for the Guild isn't honest work, and you know it. That's why you're giving it up.
But I already took the money for it from Uktar, so I gotta follow through. It's like an oath or something. And I know you understand oaths, Gerva.
What am I going to tell the Vigilant Knights, Doug? That you're knee-breaking for goodness? You know that's right, Stug. If Uktar sends someone after you, I'll back you up. And so will the rest of the knights.
You say that now, but you haven't met Uktar's enforcer, Elliot. No, you're right. I'm sick of the whole business. If Elliot comes looking for me, we'll find a way to deal with him.
You want your drink faster? Well, I like big tips. Just...
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is. With all this talk of war, what else are folk to do but drink? I reckon the murder we'd had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get you fine self? I tell you what, the murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out of renting rooms. If we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's naught to worry about.
You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over. Charity! In Baldur's Gate. Good one.
Keep your voice down about the bloody murder upstairs.
Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
See Alan at the bar for drinks. I'm busier than a two-pecker goat.
But that will fit in my bag.
Well, well, look what the bugbear dragged in. Can't believe we both made it to the city, and with our limbs attached. Working. What else? Alan's short on coppers. The counting house is screwing him over. He was willing to hire anyone who'd work for cheap. And I'm nothing if not cheap. Oh, you are smooth, hero. I knew there was a reason I missed you. I need to get back to work, but stick around. You brighten the place up. Heading to the roof. What can I get you? Make it as easy as possible and leave a big tip. Thanks. Check the roof. But you didn't hear that from me. Enjoy. Heading to the roof. Sort your own drinks in the meantime.
Another? Should I have another? Oh, he'll need to preserve me. I need the courage. No, sir. We abandoned our farm when the Absolute Army marched in. We used to sell our barley to the brewer who makes this very beer. That's all over now. I'm not so sure. What good can these farmer hands do in a city like this? Besides, I've got the others to think of. Family's upstairs, exhausted. I'm Des Canshaw, with a wife, 2 kids, and another on the way. Oldest boy, Corson. He means well, but he eats as much as the rest of us put together. I have to find him a place here. A fancy feller called Three-Piece wants to place Corson as a cleaner in the counting house. But I don't trust him. Maybe I should just join the Flaming Fist and take the signing bonus. What else can I do? That's what I was thinking too. Was drinking to get up the courage to do it. But it's hard. Because it means goodbye to our family's farm. Corson will never work those fields. Thanks, stranger. You helped settle my mind. Thanks are all I have to offer, though. Mail meter bleed for you. This was bleed with my Baldur.
A new Archduke? Fancy. Never had one of them before. If you're gonna hang around, you should be drinking to the new Archduke.
Hold up, citizen. This is a crime.
Thanks again, stranger. Ilmater guide you.
If it isn't Raphael's latest client, savior of the city, isn't it? Don't worry. The boss treats his clients right. He's as honest as his life is long. More than anything. My old dwarfen master used to beat me and feed me scraps. Raphael treats me right and feeds me well. Better to feast in the hells than go begging in the heavens. When I'm not keeping my eye on potential clients like you, I make sure the House of Hope is fully secure. Devils often have prettier hordes than dragons. Sneaking thieves into their vaults is a lucrative business. Doesn't usually end well for the thieves. But sometimes the thieves are rich, smart, or well-connected enough to come back in one piece. Take our esteemed Lord Gortash, for example.
She's enjoying your company, and the liquor has loosened her tongue, but she's anxious about the direction the conversation's taking.
Yeah, a diabolist with a loose sense of duty and a hunger to be richer than Mammon. I almost wish he'd asked me. I'd have told him to stick his gauntlet where the sun don't shine and wiped that smug little grin off his face. Conversation's over. I've got to sober up and get back to work. We'll celebrate together in the House of Hope when the victory's won.
Thanks again, stranger. Ilmater guide you.
Stelmane's parlor. A place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
Bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good.